Here today, Greg Lynn of Piaggio Fast Forward. Thank you for having me here, Greg.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys got.
Sure.
Do you want to just tell us a little bit about your product?
Sure. So our company specializes in software and AI models that are built on tens of millions of frames of data of how people move around the built environment. So we have a product here, Kilo, which is made for everyday environments. So you can see we don't have like carpeting or a raised floor.
Yeah.
We can drive over all kinds of stuff. What's very unique about us is that not only we're safe because we can predict how people move and where people are, but we also travel within 45 centimeters to 2 meters of people. By either following them in a standard way behind, or as you'll see, also following in front. We're the only robot in the world that follows in front of a person.
Yeah.
So you have everything you need right in front of you, and if you're picking or something like that, it's handier. The robots use VSLAM. We have RGB camera that detects a person and puts a skeleton on them for detecting gesture and predicting how they're going to move. We have time of flight cameras that build point cloud information, and also radar for when a camera is not reliable. Like with glass and things like that.
Nice.
Underneath, we have a LiDAR on the underside, and that also builds a higher resolution point cloud for us. So we don't need you to map your facility or grind your floors down or anything like that. We just show up, and literally 5 minutes later, people can be using our robots. You can also buy them like one at a time. You don't have to make a big capital investment up front. So.
Can we see it?
Yeah, for sure. Jack, do you want to give it a walk? You'll see one's traveling autonomously, and you train a path by doing what Jack's about to do. But so robot pairs with Jack. As he starts to move around, it'll determine that he's a person, a human being, and it'll put a skeleton on him. And so that's the forward following. And then that's the standard following. And you can steer it and manipulate it forward and back. You see the wheels are, it has a 0 turning radius. So, and it's narrow enough to go through a door if you need to walk it through a door opening.
Sweet. Awesome.
You want to give it a shot?
Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, yeah.
All you do is, like he did, stand in front and just press that button once. And now it's paired to you.
Feel like I should. I want to see if it'll... Oh! I don't want to hit the other one. I'm assuming it won't hit the... It won't let me hit the other one? No, I don't want to hit the other robots. That's what I mean. And I'll walk this way.
They have ultrasonic sensors all the way around for detecting collisions.
Dang. So you said that this is the only one on the market that'll do the forward following as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, unless you know something I don't know.
Sure. I mean, no. All right. I can play with this all day, but I definitely shouldn't.
And whenever you're done, you got to push the button or it'll follow you forever.
Oh, you know what I'll do is I'm going to navigate it back over here. And then, there we go. So it'll come back to 2. Nice. That is awesome. That is really, really, it's fun. I mean, I know that's not the point of it, is for it to be fun, but I mean.
Well, when we show up, workers usually want one. They embrace it. They say, this is automation that's going to make me more productive. It's going to be safer. I'm not pushing and pulling stuff. So we can move goods in a way that makes people more productive and have less, injuries and just time where their backs are bad and they're not working. So our value is really not replacing people, but just making people more efficient.
And I mean, like you said too, I'm making the job safer too, a lot healthier over time for factory workers. Is this mostly factory? What type of places are you implementing?
So we provide a lot of value for data centers. Because they're very dynamic environments in the sense that people are moving to different places and traveling really big distances. We're in some manufacturing facilities and obviously in some logistics centers. These are for indoor only. I mean, they can go outside, but they're not rated for spending a lot of time outdoors. we'll be able to sell in Europe soon with CE certification.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would say data centers, logistics, and light manufacturing.
Okay.
And some of that manufacturing is in biopharma.
Oh, sure.
So, but not really healthcare.
Okay.
We've got some pilots going with healthcare, but no customers yet.
Got it. And is that, when you say pilots with no customers, is that just something where, is it use case? Are there like some sort of like safety considerations that just need to be tested? Or
well,
does that look like?
we do some paid pilots with companies before they become customers, just so they're sure of the return on investment.
Yeah.
If it's a big enough opportunity, we'll come do demos for people. Otherwise, we're always happy to host people that come to our offices in Boston.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot of people just get it, but there's really not another robot like this around. So people really think AMRs. And one of our challenges is to say, like, look, if you want an AMR, we can tell you some places to go for an AMR, but we're a collaborative mobile robot rather than an automated robot.
Okay.
So
AMR, you mean automated mobile robot?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Which, things that just go from point to point without any human interaction, and are safe.
Yeah.
But we actually interact with people, and we actually travel with people when they want it.
Okay.
We can also be autonomous, but if you're looking to replace workers and be 100% autonomous, you're not taking advantage of what's our core competence.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Because it seems like the main innovation that you guys have is the sensing and then predicting the movement of people, like especially for that forward. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah. We have an enormous data set of people in the built environment. Like we sell consumer robots. We're on our second year of a partnership with Star Wars and Disney. Those robots detect the door. They detect it by a person manipulating it, but they know doors. They travel through doors, and they do it in a way that's polite.
Okay.
And so what we find is not just the users, but bystanders, people understand what's going on, and they're very intuitive to use. Like you were using it with really just watching somebody else use it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of unique among robots.
Yeah. I'm curious as well, too. You mentioned your partnership with Star Wars and your commercial robotics.
Yep.
For Piaggio Fast Forward, what does that balance between the commercial and the industrial robotic look like?
Well, the consumer robot market is not ready yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there are thousands of people that want them, but there's not millions.
Yes.
And so, but one of the things is we have robots that for the last almost 7 years go in a box, show up on somebody's front door. They roll out of the box themselves, and people are walking with them, and knock on wood, no problems, like zero.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of data on interacting with people in every place. I mean, we don't tell people like you can't take it to the farmer's market or can't take it to your big school. They take them everywhere, and they're safe.
Wow.
So it gives us a lot of, we don't record that data, but it gives us a lot of confidence in how many hours and miles traveled with just everyday people.
Okay. How many of the commercial, you say?
Can't say.
Can't say? Okay.
No, because the Piaggio, they're a publicly traded company in Europe.
Okay.
And so, I mean, if you can see our financials in their quarterly statement, but yeah, we don't give out any revenue information because we move the stock market for our parent company.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And that's like European.
But we're starting to get close. Well, we're not that close. Well, soon. I would think in the next 6 months.
Okay.
We'll start to have as many of the enterprise robots as the consumer ones, which is saying something.
Heck yeah. Okay. That's very sweet.
And I don't know how many like Amazon has sold, but pretty sure we sold a lot more than Amazon have of home robots.
Oh man, I can only
not Roombas, but they're like Astro and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got a parent company in Europe, but you're based in Boston. Is that where your R&D happens, or what does that look like?
Yeah, and our manufacturing.
And your manufacturing. Okay.
Yeah, everything's built in Boston.
Wow. Okay.
We also we have some other business units. We're the largest supplier of radar safety for the 2- and 3-wheel vehicle market.
Wow.
As well.
Okay.
So kind of thing you have in a car for lane change safety and forward collision.
Yeah.
And adaptive cruise control. Because we have radar on our robots, We built radar modules, and we're already selling more than Bosch and Conti to motorcycle companies. Wow. So that's also manufactured in Boston.
Okay, so I'm from Massachusetts, actually. I'm from like a small town called Rehoboth, but where do you actually manufacture?
Charlestown.
Charlestown? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right under the 93.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. All right. I didn't know that there was like any manufacturing that happened in Massachusetts.
Yeah, no, we've got, I think it's 27,000 square foot warehouse and factory.
Okay. That's something. All right. Nice. Okay. Sweet. All right. So what do the priorities look like then for your company for the next like 1 and then 5 years in terms of where you're trying to get to next?
Well, we're focusing right now on a robot which is replacing carts that people are pushing and pulling.
Yeah.
We do have a much larger robot that's carrying triple the capacity.
Okay.
And is traveling between waypoints. And then from those waypoints, factory workers can then have it follow them short distances.
Okay.
We're taking that knowledge and putting it on these robots now. This kind of station and following approach with autonomy. We're not looking to build like more versions.
Sure.
And we're not looking to get into moving pallets and things like that.
Okay.
So our roadmap is really, getting goods to people where they're working in a way that's safe and efficient. I think the data center business, incredibly scalable right now.
Yeah.
I think the logistics business, we're doing all the things like non-conveyable goods, things that don't go on a conveyor belt.
Okay. Makes sense.
Things that need to go curbside from facilities out to like delivery people.
Sure. Okay.
So that's also a very scalable market for us. And then, lots of light manufacturing.
Okay.
So, and I think for 5 years, I'm real happy just living off that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, it seems like you've got a really solid product. It's the only one on the market that does exactly what this one does.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't, like you're saying, you don't need to make new versions of it. So if it makes sense for them.
And like, we put this stuff here on purpose to just show everybody. Yeah. You don't have to grind your floors down and build a digital twin and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's like 99.99% of the world. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, I was getting nervous. I was like pushing it over the thing and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to break the demo. I got it on camera now. It's going to be, I'm going to embarrass these guys. But no, I mean, it worked.
They go over much worse stuff.
Sweet. Okay. These are awesome. So I'm curious as well, something where you're in Boston. That's like the robotics talent hub of the country.
It is.
So it's something where my podcast is primarily, I interview people with nonlinear career paths, mostly for insights for early career professionals.
Yeah, sure.
So in terms of the early career professionals, what does the robotics team look like? Is it something where when you're hiring people, what level does experience play into it?
I mean, well, so we try to do a lot with Charlestown high schools, with universities. And I always will say, if you want to get into robotics, you can be a mechanical engineer, an electrical engineer. You can focus on sensor fusion and navigation, but you can also be an industrial designer. You can also be an app designer. Wow, you can also, be in finance. You can, be in marketing. I mean, we've got close to 70 people and they're all teams of like 6.
Okay.
And, we have kind of 6 of everything. And I really believe that we don't use agencies for a lot.
Okay.
We have it all internally because that makes a product that's very coherent. But yeah, I mean, we're really more of a software company than a hardware company. So we've got data scientists, we've got all kinds of people.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, we're a really good example of if somebody wants to get into having a robotics career, you can do it from so many pathways.
Okay. When you say that you're mostly a software company, is that something that's now that you're at the stage that you're at? Like, did you build up
Always
the hardware?
have been.
Always have been. Okay.
Always have been. Yeah, no, we really want to focus on moving around the world with people safely. So the robotics platform, we're proud of them and we have a lot of knowledge there.
Yeah.
But they're not commodities yet. But what we really have that's special is all of our AI models and our data sets.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And we hire all kinds of people off the street.
Sure.
Put on motion capture, Go through doors together, push carts together, interact. So, and that's where we get all of our data from.
Okay, got it. Is that something where you're hiring, like you're just hiring people and you're
We
like,
have to.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, because if I say to like Nicole or Jack, one of you hold the door for the other one to go through and let's see where they wait and how you repair, they start moving like robots because they know it's for a robot.
Yeah, sure.
So we don't tell people that they're even in a robotics company.
Okay.
So
Interesting. That's a really interesting problem to have as well. Like, so it's something where you're getting the data so that way the motion is more human-like. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That is a really interesting problem to have, that if you're asking people to move to train a robot, that they're doing it in
They just have sympathy for the robot. They start behaving like the robot and thinking about what it sees and how it senses and moves. And we don't want that. We want it. Kind of the very beginning of all of our process is real people in the real world moving around.
Yeah.
And then we turn that into algorithms, and we turn that into AI models, and then we generate a lot of synthetic data. And then like this robot is using a blend of algorithms and AI.
Okay.
For the forward following and the standard following.
Okay. Interesting. How often then would you say that your product like improves? Do you push up, like how often do you push updates that you could get like a noticeable difference?
I would say quarterly on products.
Wow.
For a kilo, it's more like every 6 months. We're pushing features.
Okay. Got it. And has that piece of work been accelerated at all, like in the last like few years? Has that been something where I should ask with as well, how long have you been building this type of product for?
So we've been selling Kilo for now close to a year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's new.
And we try not to do bug fixes. We try to do feature releases.
Of course.
Yeah. So I would say it's, every 6 months we'll launch a major new feature.
Okay.
And that's just part of buying one too, by the way.
That it just updates? Yeah.
Charge rate.
Yeah. I don't think I would be incredibly happy if I bought a following robot and then I got it blocked by a paywall on my system.
Yep.
Okay. So, all right. This is great. I'm curious. Do you mind if we talk about you a little bit? Not too much.
Okay.
I'm curious. How did you get into this?
Well, so I've worked in the architecture and construction industry for a long time, but was one of the first adopters of digital design technology.
Okay.
And then became one of the first adopters of talking to robots for fabrication. So instead of doing drawings, actually sending G code to robots to manufacture components.
Okay.
And have been on the boards of a lot of technology companies in the construction space.
Mm-hmm.
And so I met Piaggio in order to design a complex of buildings on Lake Como for one of their motorcycle brands.
Wow.
And we started talking about robotics, and then that's how we formed Piaggio Fast Forward with a friend of mine.
Okay.
Jeffrey Schnapp. Yeah.
Very nice. How do you think that your experience in construction coming from that world has shaped the way that you approach solving problems here at Piaggio?
I mean, it's good to understand the physical environment.
Yeah.
Like what a door threshold is and how wide corridors are and all that stuff. So we even have architects that work for us with that knowledge. But it's mostly, I'm in the business of improving people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So most robotics companies will say they do the dangerous, dirty, boring jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And we help people do the things people are good at, and we help people do the things they like to do.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of robot companies that do that.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and that comes from my background.
Okay.
It's just more a reflex for me to think about how do I improve somebody's life rather than figure out how to vacuum their house or something like that.
Yes. And I mean, I feel like this is...
I want to make it good rather than less bad.
Yeah. Yes. I like that. I like that approach. As well, if it's something like we've talked about before, just making something that's a highly repeated task that is degrading on the body over time. Yep. Done. Okay. Got it. Very nice. Do you do, last question as well about the construction, do you do anything in like physical, like on sites or anything like that? I know you said these weren't rated for outside, but is that something that you're trying to work towards?
You mean in the construction industry?
Like on a construction site?
No.
Okay.
No, not these robots. They're not really rugged enough for that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. That sounds good. I want to be respectful of your time.
Yep.
I appreciate your time today, Greg. It was great talking with you.
It's really fun.
I'm glad. Thank you.